After a brief trial move, this prospect is being returned to his original role. For now, anyways.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, the rubber match of this three-game series between the Frisco Rough Riders and the Northwest Arkansas. Now in the box, Billy Leroy, as we take a look at the splits between April and May.
Billy Leroy.
Here's the pitch. In there for strike one. Well, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight. They come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest three-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first two games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the third game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home or on the road, so this is a big one for this ball club.
The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, this team's lineup is dead last in batting average, and I tell you what, that does not bode well for the rest of the season. If you do not have professional at-bats up and down the lineup, or at least 6 to 7 guys, it is eventually going to catch up to you.
Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Stepping in, Jason Milligan, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And a great change of pace has him off balance, a swing and a miss. Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out.
All right, here's how the visitors are lining up today. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5, fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning. Keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
Digging in now, Sean Tejada. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well. And I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball. He's working really quick. keeping the ball down in the zone. And if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
So he got him swinging. Sean Tejada becomes out number 2 this inning. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Greg Kloboff. And it's been a real struggle fast so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We've played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Leading off the inning, Diego Chacin, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location, all 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now, with such an uptick in velocity, these guys are working north-south. That's just a great elevated fastball with serious velocity on it.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Boy, it's been a rough go through these middle innings so far. This offense right now really doesn't have an answer for anything that he's throwing. He's attacking up, down, in, and out in the strike zone. He's been awfully dominant up to this point.
Stepping into the box, Jim Hawthorne. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. 2 out, nobody on. And he powers a cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. 3 innings complete. The Rough Riders are out in front, 3-0. Digging in, Billy Leroy. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch, that slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in, and still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Leroy is retired, and there's 1 away.
Good job of getting him to chase the ball in the dirt right there. Hey, also credit the catcher for keeping it close and finishing it off with a good throw to first. That's harder than it looks, but big league catchers make it look easy sometimes.
Standing in now, Forrest Montalvo. Fouled away. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Set to deliver the 0-1. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
So stepping in, Guillermo Velez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 0-1 the count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. We played 4 full. The Rough Riders lead it 3-0. Striding forward now is the DH, Jason Milligan. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
The windup and the 0-1. The bouncer to the left side. Kang right there. And there's one down now. Into the box now. Sean Tejada comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch cutter that's by him for strike 1. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Sean Tejada becomes out number 2 this inning. Digging in to try it again, Greg Kloboff. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Swing and a miss on a ball inside. 0-1.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. 15 up, 15 down to start the ball game. 5 innings complete. The Rough Riders are out. Leading off the inning, Diego Chacin, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
The 2-2. Gets him looking up around the letters.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
I know it goes without saying, but the best pitch in baseball is getting ahead with a first pitch strike. That's why this guy's been able to stay in this game, pounding the zone.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. To the left. Kang fields it cleanly. Throw gets him. 2 down.
When the guy on the mound is working on a no-no this late, every play is exciting and stressful for the fielders. We'll see if they can continue making the plays behind him.
Stepping up to the plate, Jim Hawthorne. First delivery to him on the way. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Way in front of a great slider that time.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup. I don't know if it's just flat stuff. But he's getting a lot of swings outside the zone, and he's having a big game.
And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown, as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. So 6 perfect innings for him out of the gate, as he's been masterful. 7th inning coming up. The Rough Riders lead it 4-0. Leading off the inning, Billy Leroy, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Forrest Montalvo. He struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Franco on the move. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Ready once again, Guillermo Velez.
Guillermo Velez.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Late that time for a strike.
Hey, it's really hard to pitch a gem. And what helps? This guy's first pitch strike percentage, how about 100%? Can't get any better than that.
One and two.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Franco moving forward, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. The perfection continues. 21 straight retired. 8th inning coming up. The Rough Riders are out in front, 5-0. So here's the cleanup hitter, Jason Milligan. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
First offering on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Into the box, Sean Tejada. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The windup and the 0-1. And a curveball that gets a swing and a miss and makes him look way behind.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
Bases are empty, one man out. Pitch is popped up. Kang is there for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
We're getting into the nitty-gritty. That's the second out of the 8th inning, and the pitcher needs only 4 more outs for a no-hitter.
Settling in now, Greg Kloboff. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a good curveball at the knees.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
And he takes strike 2.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down the way.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. 24 have been set down. 3 left to go. We've played 8 full. The Rough Riders lead it 5-0. Striding in to start the 9th, Diego Chacin, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Diego Chacin.
Here's the first pitch to him. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now.
Yet another strikeout for him on the mound. And fellas, this has been one of his favorite victims tonight. That's the 3rd time he sent him packing. So he's got him pretty well figured out. Not that the rest of this lineup has been much better.
Now batting.
Stepping in now, Chris Mazo. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Fastball called for strike 2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
In now, Jim Hawthorne. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
You see there, the pitch count is up to 88, and at this point in the game, that's a good place to be, so I think we'll see him stay out there for at least a little while longer.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Two out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. He's done it. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.
Well, you don't have to look too far to find our tops player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, no need to offer any debate this time. All you have to do is look at the box score. No hits, no walks, not even a base runner. We talked about his brilliance all game long, and you can bet he's going to celebrate this one tonight.
This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them. The evaluation of minor league prospects is not only the business of team scouts. Sports agents do their homework as well. From the ranks of hundreds of minor league prospects, the next generation, determining which prospects will be those superstars is big business. And getting in on the ground floor is smart business. This prospect has become the object of a notable sports management company's attention. However impressive an agent's qualifications may be, the trading in of a long-time trusted mentor for but a fledgling must leave the nest, for a big world awaits.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the second of three to start the week between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the Frisco Rough Riders. It's Richard Sanderson is on the mound for game 2. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Striding into the box, Terrence Gore. And we are set for baseball here this evening. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And we kick things off tonight with a swing and a miss for a first pitch strike as we're underway. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now. Temperature here at game time, 61 degrees. The 1-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup, and the one thing that jumps off the page is that they're last in hits in the league. You might be able to get through a long season with 2 3-run homers every now and then. But I'll tell you what, you have no chance of going to the postseason and waiting on a 3-run bomb, because you're facing nothing but 1s and 2s. If you're going to beat up the 3, 4, 5 guys in a rotation, you have to find a way to create more scoring opportunities against the 1s and 2s.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Swing and a miss, got him reaching. McNeil has it, and the throw to first is there to record the second out. So digging in now, Forrest Montalvo. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First pitch on its way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good cut fastball that time, and he's in control now. 0-2.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. It's on to the bottom of the first. No score on the show. Next will be the designated hitter, Jason Milligan. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Designated hitter, Jason
Takes a
Milligan.
knee-high fastball. And it's 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
The count now at 2-1. The 2-1 on its way. Ball even at 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
That pitch was way down on 2-2, but give the hitter some credit there. Sometimes with 2 strikes, you're more apt to expand the strike zone, but he didn't and held off on that one that wasn't even close.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively. And guys, looking at their loss last game, I think the common theme in this one is the fact that they gave their opposition way too many chances, committing 3 errors. That is not the MO of what makes this team great. They're going to have to figure out a way to flash the leather much better today. Let's take a look at what happens in this one.
No score here as we play inning number 2. That was swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Batting sixth.
Standing in now, Mario Sandoval. No balls and 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. And we are tied 0-0. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Greg Plavoff. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. This is round over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Ready now, Chris Lopez took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night.
Chris Lopez.
A ball and no strikes. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Third inning, no score to this point. A ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Jim Hawthorne.
Into the box now, Jim Hawthorne. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Curveball close, but it's 1-1.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
I always felt this was the toughest pitch for me to pick up. A good executed slider, and that's exactly what happened right there. You get an ugly swing.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. Now at the plate, Terrence Gore. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Into the box, Sean Tejada, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
In now, Forrest Montalvo. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And that one just missed outside.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
A little low. It's 2-2.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Jason Milligan would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. On now to the bottom half of inning. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Jason Milligan. He'll start things out as we begin the fifth.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. 1-1 pitch is a circle change. It hits the target 1-2. A bouncer up the middle. And there's their first hit of the game.
You know, Dero, the old school thinking sometimes is when you're going through a bad streak like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't pretty, maybe this could get this guy finally going.
Yeah, I can't tell you how good that had to feel right there. There's moments where you slap that donut off your bat, you don't even want to walk the home plate. You're scuffling so bad.
And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ball 1.
That's inside.
Popped him up. And this will land foul. The 1-2 is a changeup that drops below the knees for a ball.
That's a good but risky take there. On 0-2, some umpires have no problem ringing you up on a pitch that close.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. Mario Sandoval waits on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the fifth. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. In there, and it's 0-1. Milligan leads off first with one away. Set to deliver the 0-1.
Nope, that's down.
And that one stayed too low apparently. Hit out towards second. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in two places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and the guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. First and second now, one man out.
Nope.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
2-2. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
That was aggressive pitching in that at bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
Standing in now, Chris Lopez. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get somebody on base.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Ready for another chance? Jim Hawthorne. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
This is the bugaboo on the offensive side. You want to stay in there and work a guy's count and hopefully get into the bullpen. But when you find yourself 0-1 every time, hitting becomes even more difficult.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Jim Hawthorne is retired to kick off the inning. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Terrence Gore. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
That's been a great pitch for him all night. Able to push and pull the throttle a little bit, throwing a good fastball located and mixing in that nasty changeup with good arm action.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Terrence Gore is sent packing for out number 2 in the 6th. On its way is pitch number 75. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
And he struck him out. 16 for the ball game, and the inning is over. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. Leading off the inning, Forrest Montalvo, and they'll need him to get something going here. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throw pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Jason Milligan stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. There's a strike.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that two-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
1-2 now. Montalvo aboard here at first with nobody out. Hit down the third base line, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
The 1-2 is a breaking ball. They can't find the zone, and it's even at 2. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. Into the box now, Lewis Priest, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. He's set, and the pitch. Sliders in for a strike.
This is a tough spot here to turn 2 off this guy at the plate. One of the things you really have to make sure defensively, to make sure you get at least 1 out. Don't try to turn that double play. If you get the sure out at second, take that. If you get it at first, well, that's just an added bonus. But make sure you at least get 1 out in a spot like this.
Looking to send him packing again. Hit on the ground to third. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Into the box now, Mario Sandoval, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, guys, that's just a nasty pitch right there. I can't tell you how many nightmares I've had about nasty sliders, and that's exactly what that was right there.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
So striding forward now, Greg Klaboff. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. In there, strike one. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
With runners on base, 2 outs and 2 strikes, this is a big next pitch for both sides.
0-2, here it is. Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Rough Riders lead it. At the plate, Chris Lopez. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
First pitch of the at-bat. Way in front of that fastball. Changeup in for a strike.
Count 0-2.
Got him for an even 20 strikeouts now thus far, as he's just been flat unhittable. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Stepping in now, Jim Hawthorne. As with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. No hits to this point. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
I mean, that's just an awesome curveball right there. A 12-6 breaker with nasty downward tilt. You know, the game's getting back to that good 4-seam fastball breaking ball instead of the sinker slider guy.
He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Terrence Gore. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Boy, he's been great in this one.
And another strikeout, as nobody can touch him in this one. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. The Rough Riders are out in front, 5-0. Coming to the plate now, Sean Tejada. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
He's still looking really solid here in the 9th, and I'm sure that big lead has helped him pitch free and easy, but to me, it still looks like he's approaching it like it's a close game.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
He's been in total control out there tonight. Gets the leadoff guy with a strikeout there, and it just seems like we've seen so many off-balance swings and weakly hit balls in this one.
Digging in, Forrest Montalvo.
Fielder number 16, Forrest Montalvo.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already, so he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Just a touch outside. 1-2. One out, nobody on. Hit back up the middle. Backhanded. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
So frustrating, Dero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
The batter, number 2, designated hitter, Jason Milligan.
Into the box, Jason Milligan, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
And there's another one. Strike 3 as he just continues to mow guys down. Ready for another shot now, Lewis Priest. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Montalvo leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
A 5-0 finish tonight. Frisco led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Richard Sanderson earned his 9th win of the year, setting a new single-game strikeout record with 25. Ramon Mitre was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
First for the victorious Rough Riders, 5